Good evening. This is Stan Hustad, and it's one of my favorite evenings of the year. This is Easter Sunday evening, and it's been quite a day, particularly today. Not only did we go to 3 different churches in 3 different parts of the world, but we also had conversations with people all around who are finding that perhaps this might be one of the most significant Easters ever. It's certainly one that we remember. And how could that be? Well, as you see, I'm wearing my bright gold yellow tie. That's because I'm kind of known in our little church here in Arizona, where most people dress pretty casual, that Stan's still kind of the tie guy. As one person says, Stan had Trump ties before Trump did. And people have known that usually on Easter, Stan will show up in his gold, yellow, bright sunshine tie. Well, I didn't get to do that today, so I'm going to do it for you right now. And of course, they may be hard to see because I've got a bunch of roses here. And of course, that's the name of my talk. Can you ever have too many roses? And here I have some roses. By the way, I have even more roses. And this is just a small percentage. Out in my backyard, this is the time in where I could probably get 100 more of these. I have way too many roses. More than I can ever pick or cut or display. Too many roses. But as I said that, I also remembered something. Jesus rose from the dead. We use that same word when we talk about something rising up. He rose up. He got up. Full of life. And beautiful. I wish you could smell them. Particularly the red one right here. It is just awesomely fragrant. And different roses. We even have some white ones out there, but they're a little bit scraggly right now. I'll have to work with them a bit, as we always do if we want to have something beautiful come into our lives. Well, here's my thoughts. It's been a difficult time, and it's going to be even harder going forward. I think we might get a break, but then again, we might not. Perhaps this might be the peak. Perhaps the peak is yet to come, and perhaps even after the peak might come again. And all of us are in the fearsome uncertainty of what will be. And of course, the message that I heard in all 3 of the sermons I listened to was kind of the same. Don't be afraid. That's what Jesus said. Don't be afraid. His first words after he rose up, when the ladies came and they were scared. Can you imagine what had happened? All of his followers, all of his friends, all of his family, they had had all of those wonderful ideas and visions, and they died. And Saturday was truly silent Saturday. It was dead Saturday. That's what I call it. Everything was dead. Hopes were dead. Dreams were dead. Thoughts were dead. Ambitions were dead. Jesus was dead. And then God in his mighty power rose him up. One of my friends has said to me that he thinks that Jesus went to the cross with the same doubts that you and I would have. Is this resurrection deal really going to happen? Will the Father really raise me from the dead? Have I been deluded? Is this the way it's supposed to be? I didn't think. Yeah, I do know, but Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. And what he's saying is, okay, God, Father God, it's your deal. I'm dead. It's your deal. I'm dead. There's a lot of dying going on, and a lot of things that I've wanted in my life have had to die. Expectations have had to die. Hopes have had to die. We're going through a bit of that experience right now. But then I go out into my yard and I see all the roses. And you know what? Last fall, they were all dead. Every last one of them. And then they were cut way back. But you know what? They're back. Death and resurrection. Death and the hope of a new life. Maybe God is trying to illustrate something very important to us. Now, what's going to happen is that in this new resurrection, there's going to have to be some re-entrepreneuring, re-engineering. I think I can honestly say that almost everybody will have to do something quite a bit differently in their life, their business, their career, their family, their relationships. Things that were important won't be quite as important. Things that were not important will be utterly important. Relationships, caring, giving, thinking of others, giving a person a rose. It might all come back. And all of the things that we are still hoping for, they might come back. But we don't know that for sure, because you see, what happens is that truly, for us to be fully transformed, we have to do what Jesus did. We have to suffer. After working so hard, have to suffer. And then he had to die. And he died terribly. And then he had to be dead. And then, while nothing was happening, something happened. And so that's the confidence that I approach the future. Monday meets the marketplace. We're told that right on Monday, Jesus went back to work. He served breakfast to his friends, to his buddies, to those who had followed him. And he made it clear to them that, you know, we still got more fishing to do. We still have more work to do. We still have more believing to do. We still have more faith to express. We might even take some time to enjoy life more and smell the many roses. I'm Stan Hustad. I trust that this has been a good day for you, and that even in the midst of the death and uncertainty, that there will be a number of roses that will come into your life, that will raise some of the hopes and dreams and ideals back up again. Because, you know what? You can never have too many roses. Best and blessings, and bye for now.